everybody. Don't mind the janky ass shirt. I have decided to do a 1 hour reading vlog, meaning that I'll read for 1 hour a day and then, for 7 days and see what my thoughts are. So, the book that I'm going to be reading today is Everything I Never Told You About by Okay, there is no about. It's literally just Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. And this book I borrowed from Azi. I'll put her Instagram links down below. And she borrowed this book from Pustaka. So I'm basically reading this because she definitely recommends it. So here we go. And 1 hour starts now. Okay, so I have been reading for an hour and I started at page 17 and now it is already page 87. So I've been reading 70 pages in an hour. Hello, I'm gonna be reading. So, reading and eating tomatoes. Okay, I know there's a fan there, but whatever. Okay, we are at page 144, and she says here, Marilyn touched her unwounded hand to her belly for a long time. She could not take classes pregnant. She could not start medical school. Why can't she start the classes pregnant? Is there a law or something that I don't know about in the 70s that a woman can't go to class if she's pregnant? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Marilyn just seems so selfish, You leave your family for almost 2 months, then suddenly you find out you're pregnant. You don't even sit for the class that you left your family for in the first place, and then you expect to just go home and everything's gonna be fine and nobody's gonna talk about it. It's not gonna leave trauma. How selfish do you have to be? What an asshole.
Fantastic.
No, she's living. Oh my god. Okay, it says here, Mama, she said into her mother's hip. Now, while you were gone, your cookbook, she swallowed. I lost it. And Marilyn says, You did? To her astonishment, Marilyn felt no anger. No, she felt pride. She pictured her daughter tossing the cookbook onto the grass and stomping it into the mud with her shiny Mary Janes and walking away, tossing it into the lake, setting it ablaze. To her own surprise, she smiled. Did you do that? She said, curling her arm around her small daughter, and Lydia hesitated, then nodded. It was a sign, Marilyn decided. For her, it was too late, but it wasn't too late for Lydia. Marilyn would not be like her own mother, shunting her daughter toward husband and house, a life spent safely behind a deadbolt. She would help Lydia do everything she was capable of. She would spend the rest of her years guiding Lydia, sheltering her the way you tended a prize rose, helping it grow, propping it with stakes, arching each stem towards perfection. Ugh. No. You're not supposed to do that, Marilyn. You're not supposed to put all these expectations and pressure on your kid. Just let your kid be herself. Oh my god. Like, why does she keep saying for her it was too late? Just do it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. If you just spoke to your husband, just talk to your husband like, hey James, I want to continue my degree, and these are the plans that I plan to do. These are the people that I plan to take care of my kids while I'm away. Can you take care of the kids for a while I finish my degree? I just need to do this for myself. Is that so hard? I mean, God. And if James said no, right? If James said no, I don't want you to continue your degree. Is he the right man for you? Couldn't you just pick up your kids and leave him? I mean, being a single mother is not that bad, you know? Yeah, it's stigmatized back in the day, but you're not gonna die. Okay, it says here she had other things on her mind. Math, she thought that 4th of July. She will need Math, this daughter of mine. How many buns inside the bag, she asked, and Lydia tapped each with her finger, counting up. How many hot dogs are on the grill? How many won't have buns? At each right answer, her mother smoothed her hair and cuddled her against her thigh. All day, Lydia added up. If everybody ate one hot dog, how many would be left over for tomorrow? If she and Nath got 5 sparklers each, how many would they all have together? By the time dark fell and fireworks blossomed in the sky, she counted 10 kisses from her mother, 5 caresses, and 3 times her mother called her my smart girl. Every time she answered a question, a dimple appeared in her mother's cheek like a little fingerprint. Another, she begged every time her mother stopped. Mama, ask me another. If that's really what you want, her mother said, and Lydia nodded. Tomorrow, Marilyn said, I'll buy you a book and we'll read it together. Oh, Marilyn, how could you be so stupid? She's only doing this because she wants your attention. She's scared you're gonna run away again. She's not doing this because she's in love with Max. It's like she's preferring Lydia because Lydia is a girl, and now she's neglectful of Nath. Like, why can't you just give love to both? You know, I don't understand. Because you see, Nath says he knew the answer to every question their mother asked, but whenever he tried to jump in, she shushed him while Lydia counted on her fingers. At the museum, he wanted to watch the star show in the planetarium, but they spent the whole day looking at the skeletons, the model of the digestive system, whatever Lydia wanted. That very morning, he had come down to the kitchen early, clutching his folder of news clippings, and his mother, still in her bathrobe, gave him a sleepy smile over the rim of her teacup. It was the first time she had really looked at him since she came home, and something fluttered in his throat like a little bird. Can I have a hard-boiled egg? He asked, and like a miracle she said, all right. For a moment he forgave her everything. He decided he would show her the pictures of astronauts he'd been collecting, his list of launches, everything. She would understand them. She would be impressed. Then before he could say a word, Lydia padded down the steps and his mother's attention flitted away and alighted on Lydia's shoulders. Okay, even James is a terrible father. Like, these people are horrible parents. Okay, it says here. It's okay, James said, and for a moment Nath felt better. Then his father added, now if they had a contest for reading all day, all month he had been saying all these things like this, things that sounded like jokes but weren't. Every time as he heard his own voice, James bit the tip of his tongue. Too late, he did not understand why he said these things to Nath, for that would have meant understanding something far more painful. That Nath reminded him more and more of himself, of everything he wanted to forget from his own boyhood. He knew only that it was becoming a reflex, one that left him smarting and ashamed, and he glanced away. Nath looked down at his broken egg yolk, trickling between blades of grass, whites seeping into the soil. Lydia gave him a small smile, and he ground the shell into the dirt with his sneaker. When his father turned his back, Nath spat into the lawn at his feet. Honestly, if Lydia committed suicide, I wouldn't be surprised. The amount of pressure that girl is under. My God, these people are horrible parents. You know, I really hope that the parents understood like what Lydia felt, and then they would be like, shit, she did this because of us. I really hope so, because fuck the parents, man. Oh my god, Jack is gay. Jack is in love with Nath. Let me see. It says here, something caught Hannah's eye then, and she didn't hear what Nath said in return. A drop of water trickled out of Nath's hair, like a shy little mouse, and ran down the nape of his neck. It made its slow way between his shoulder blades, and where his back curved, it dropped straight down, as if it had jumped off a cliff, and splashed onto the back of Jack's hand. Nath, facing away from Jack, didn't see it, and neither did Lydia, peeking up through the slits between her fingers. Only Hannah, arms curled around knees, a little way behind them, saw it fall. In her ears, it made a noise like a cannon shot, and Jack himself jumped. He stared at the drop of water without moving, as if it were a rare insect that might fly away. Then, without looking at any of them, he raised his hand to his mouth and touched his tongue to it, as if it were honey. Oh my god. Okay. But this happened to Hannah. It happened so quickly that if she were a different person, Hannah might have wondered if she'd imagined it. No one else saw. Nath was still turned away. Lydia had her eyes shut now against the sun, but the moment flashed lightning bright to Hannah. Years of yearning had made her sensitive, the way a starving dog twitches its nostrils at the faintest scent of food. She could not mistake it. She recognized it at once. Love. One way, deep adoration that bounced off and did not bounce back. Careful, quiet love that didn't care and went on anyway. It was too familiar to be surprising. Something deep inside her stretched out and curled around Jack like a shawl, but he didn't notice. His gaze moved away to the far side of the lake as if nothing happened. She stretched her leg and touched her bare foot to Jack's. Big toe to big toe, and only then did he look down at her. Hi guys, so I finished reading Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng, and so continuing the 1 hour reading session a day, I'm going to be continuing to read Kapal Terakhir di Dunia by Temi Abdullah. Also, look at this water damage. It is absolutely insane. And reading starts now. Oh, okay, finally we are going to chapter Tragedy, page 75. I'm thinking maybe here we can see the Mukor for real. Hopefully. Sas. Something is wrong with Doha from Sector Kuning. Something suspicious about him. I think he's gonna hurt Jaro from Sector Hijau. Kill him maybe for some reason. I don't know. Something is sus. Telling you, I'm confused why they don't disclose amongst each sector what is their penyakit, because I don't know, I feel like isn't it better to have more heads than one? Hence why my theory of the divide and conquer, right? Because that doesn't make sense. Finally, Arya is saying what I have been saying all along. Tidak di sektor biru, Arya menggeleng-geleng, sambungnya di aras lantai kekuatan fizikal adalah segala-galanya. Mereka yang lemah hanya digelar batu yang hanya membebankan Bokor, tidak menyumbang apa-apa. Exactly. Jarro died. He was my favorite character. It sucks. Okay, but my question is, why did Doha start attacking people? Is it because, number one, he was like exposed to the Mugor virus? Or was he a plant all along by the Manusia Aras Atas to, you know, make it seem like the Mugor shit exists, right? So we'll have to see. But he was acting weird. He was acting animalistic. So perhaps the Mugor thing exists? We don't know. So now I am going into page 104, chapter Kawan atau Lawan. Oh, suddenly Arya has changed from a man, a boy, of integrity, and now he doesn't give a shit anymore due to the trauma of killing people. Alright. Sure, but I guess I can understand he did out his dad and then he killed Jarro, so I can understand why he would have a shift in perspective. Okay. I am reading up until 180. God, I hate Arya so much. I don't know. Teme's writing is like, he's constantly telling me that, oh, Bokor is like so suci. Arya is so in love with Bokor. Okay, they're not in love, but you know, he reveres Bokor so much. Like, it's halfway through the book, man, and I already read the first book. I fucking get it, Teme. Okay, I fucking get it. Like, stop hammering that shit over and over and over my head. Like, can't you make it more subtle, more nuanced? Jesus, man, so annoying. It's another video of me reading. Okay, I don't know why I put air quotes, but I am currently reading Kapal Terakhir di Dunia episode 3 by Teme Abdullah. So that's why Vuk has always been acting weird. He is one of the Pakatan Matahari people. At least that's what I'm thinking. So Rin, the supposed Ho in the first book, is one of the Pakatan Harapan. Salah, bukan Pakatan Harapan, Pakatan Matahari. But that makes me think... what? Huh? So that means all of the Ho-ness that has been happening in the first book never happened. Perhaps. Alright. That's what I said. See? Dengan menyebarkan ketakutan dan kejahilan. That's what I said. That's what I've been saying all this time. Okay, I'm starting to like this book. Took 3 books, but I'm slowly starting to like it. I think it's because I'm reading it from the perspective of Vuk, and Vuk was my favorite character. Arya be like his dad. His dad is so charismatic, so his dad's so interesting. Honestly, I think I'm partially in love with the dad. I don't know. The dad is so much fun to read. Arya, not so much. He just seems like an idiot. I kind of understand now why the Batu people from Aras Lantai are not killed off, because it's like if they do get killed off and too many are killed off, people from Aras Lantai would like rebel. So, another question answered. But then again, it doesn't answer the fact. It answers, how to say, it answers why the Batu people are not killed, but it also doesn't answer the question of why they were not killed, because my first in the first video I talked about how easy it was that the female characters or the mothers are killed off, but then the the Batu people are not killed off. And so it led me into sexism, because why is it so easy for women to be killed off in this book but not men? And yeah, but maybe there's an answer here. Maybe Teme will tell me why Vuk's wife was killed off. Oh, it's 571 years ago. I thought it was 517 years ago. Was I mistaken? See, I told you. It says here, kemudian dia sengaja berdiri di hadapan sebuah lukisan bokor yang besar. Lukisan itu menggambarkan bokor yang dilanda tsunami besar di tengah-tengah kegelapan, serta dikelilingi petir yang sambar menyambar dan lautan yang hitam pekat. Sekali tengok, ia seolah-olah menggambarkan kegagahan bokor yang melindungi manusia. Sebenarnya itu semua propaganda yang bertujuan untuk menyuntik ketakutan dalam diri manusia. Minda separa sedar mereka akan sentiasa menganggap dunia di luar itu berbahaya. I'm just kind of annoyed that chapter Wayang Bermada from page 64 to the end of the chapter is basically repeating what happened in the first book, where everybody was in the Mesyuarat vertical. Even it's like word for word. Okay, that's a lie, not really word for word, but some of it is like word for word, like some of the conversations in the first book. So I feel kind of like, why are you repeating the same shit to me? It's not like the trilogy is like published years apart. It's literally published at the same time, so I don't understand why you have to repeat everything again to me in the third book. It's not like I forgot about it, Okay, so I finished reading Kapal Terakhir di Dunia episode 3, and a review will be up soon. I did say that at the start of the book I liked it. I take it back. I completely hate the book. I hated it so much. It's a waste of my money. It's a waste of my time. Then I want to say about my reading challenge, the 1 hour reading a day challenge. Is that what I just said? Yeah, I think it's a good challenge, to kickstart your reading thing so you won't be in a reading slump, because it pushed me to read more. And did I do it every day as planned? Not really, because I planned it to be 7 consecutive days, because, it's a week, but it didn't turn out that way. So I did read 1 hour a day for 7 days. It's just not consecutively 7 days. And yeah, that's the video. Click like and subscribe if you like it. If you don't, really don't care. So yeah, see you in the next one. Bye.